Thank you for choosing Riddell. The following video will demonstrate how to properly fit your new Riddell football helmet. Before you begin, please read and familiarize yourself with the warning labels that come with your new helmet. And remember, a properly fitted helmet is an important first step in player protection. Riddell's collection of carefully researched, designed, and engineered protective technologies is featured in every Riddell helmet model. These features, including increased shell offsets, extended mandible protection, energy-managing interior liners, and our patented side impact protection, have a documented performance history that serves as a foundation from which Riddell draws inspiration to lead, innovate, and provide state-of-the-art head protection to athletes at all levels of play. The first step in properly fitting your Riddell football helmet is to measure your head size. For example, for a player with a circumference measurement of 22.5 inches, Riddell would recommend a size large Riddell helmet. Before putting on your Riddell Speed football helmet, make sure that the correct size appears on the helmet size label. After confirming the appropriate size, the player should hold the helmet with thumbs over the bottom of the S-pads and fingers against the exterior shell. Bring the helmet down at a slight angle with the S-pads first touching the temples. Please note that inflation may or may not be needed. Inflation is for fitting purposes only. If your helmet is properly fitted without inflation, no inflation adjustments are necessary. When adjusting the inflatable helmet liners, it is important to use a Riddell inflation bulb and a well-lubricated Riddell inflation needle. The Riddell inflation needle is 5/8 of an inch long and will not damage your liners if used properly. Notice that the Riddell inflation needle is shorter when compared to a standard inflation needle. The Riddell Speed includes inflatable S-pads. When properly fit, the inflatable and non-inflatable S-pads should feel firm against the player's face. When lubricating the inflation needle, do not use petroleum-based lubricants or saliva, as they can weaken the valve material. Glycerin is the recommended lubricant and can be found at your local pharmacy. Apply the glycerin to the inflation needle with Riddell's specially tipped glycerin bottle. Start the custom fitting process by adjusting the height of the helmet with the inflatable crown liner. Insert the needle into the valve, making sure not to puncture the opposite wall of the crown liner. Inflate the crown liner at inflation point number 1 on the top of the helmet shell and adjust the height of the helmet on the player's head. The front of the helmet should be approximately 1 inch above the player's eyebrows. The back neck side liner can be adjusted using the inflation point at the rear of the helmet. Add air to achieve a snug, comfortable fit front to back and side to side. If your inflatable S-pads look and/or feel loose, if there is a space between the pad and cheek, change to a thicker size. If they're too tight, change to a thinner size. The fit can be adjusted with the helmet on the player's head. Inflate the S-pad at the valve located on the outside of the helmet's jaw flap. Inflatable S-pads are also available in different thicknesses. Use these to avoid overinflation. A properly fitted Riddell Speed helmet should rest approximately 1 inch above the player's eyebrows. Check for a proper fit by interlocking the hands on top of the Riddell Speed and pressing down on the exterior shell. The skin of the forehead should move with the front pad. There should be no room for twisting. If helmet slides easily over the forehead, inflate helmet liners or try a smaller helmet. The player should feel pressure on crown of head, not brow. To avoid injury or discomfort, never wear a helmet positioned too high or too low. The Riddell Speed will include either a soft or hard cup chin strap with a mid-high hookup. Buckle the chin strap into the snaps located above and below the helmet's ear holes, making sure the cup is centered and snug over the player's chin. The bottom snaps of the chin strap are easily found below the ear holes of the Riddell Speed helmet. To take off the Riddell Speed helmet, the lower chin strap attachments must first be unbuckled. Next, the player should place an index finger into the left and right ear holes of the helmet. Finally, the player should press his thumbs into the bottom of the S-pads located below the ear holes on the inside of the helmet. Thanks again for choosing the Riddell Speed Football Helmet.